Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from OshayDukeJackson.
The other day, I came across this particular post on Instagram, and I was very interested in the messaging because there was a young lady who's a TikToker by the name is Lynn Marie Stay Lit. Now, what's important about her is that she is a content creator who lives in a RV. So that is pretty unique. And at one point, she was making a ton of money from this sort of content. But some things have changed.
This is the first time in my adult life where I'm like, Len, you can't afford that. Len, don't buy that. Because money is funny right now. And let me save y'all the comments where y'all gonna be like, go get a job, go apply for a job. There's people with jobs right now not getting a check. But no, I honestly, if I did decide to go get a job, I honestly would struggle more. And I say that because it's not to say I'm not making money. Like, I'm able to pay my bills. I'm just living paycheck to paycheck as a content creator.
But wait, there's more.
I'm okay with it. I am just...
How much are you spending?
Venting to you guys because I'm like, damn, I just changed my entire interior of my camper to white and I really wanted to finish decorating the inside. And there's so many things I want to buy to decorate the inside. And I was just like, it's not a necessity. I don't need to decorate.
Now, she does admit that she can still pay her bills. And it was interesting because in this comment section, people were saying she should go and get a job. And she was saying, listen, that's not going to help my situation. Like, I can still support myself, but I'm not able to spend the money that I used to. And men,
I'm thinking she makes still more money than normal jobs. That's why.
The content creator, she's correct. You know, the money does kind of go up and down. You know, the algorithm is not always your friend. And she's
lately, the algorithm has been pretty nasty.
Finding it hard on her own. She seems to be a single black woman making it by herself. So this is interesting. But it's not just her.
This is having massive impact. I went and got my eyebrows done the other day, and my eyebrow technician was like, they're gonna fire 2 technicians from here because all of our clients don't have money to come. She's not on Snap.
Yeah, no shit. This is why it's so weird to me that there's so many women right now that are becoming estheticians, becoming nail techs, becoming eyelash techs, and I'm just like, those are so luxury things. And the economy's going down right now. You think a lot of people, especially women, are still going to be paying for a lot of these things? It's like you're screwing yourself.
This particular lady supports this nail shop, and the nail shop is saying that, hey, we're gonna have to let some of our employees go because we don't get women coming in to get their nails done anymore because the SNAP benefits being cut. Now, if you can think about it, at first it doesn't make sense, but when you focus on what she's talking about, it's clear. Because the women don't have SNAP benefits, they are spending their money on food. So therefore, they cannot afford to get their nails done. Times are hard for both men and women, but definitely black women that have kids are struggling a little bit more. But you have some content creators who tell women this.
Women are never broke. Tomorrow we can be rich. All we got to do is go talk to some old man, and tomorrow we could be at the dealership driving off in a nice car. Next week we could be moving into our new mansion. Okay, women are never poor.
Right, because all women are good looking enough and fit enough to be able to just get a man to pay for their stuff.
Men are broke. Y'all will struggle for years, and all we got to do is meet some dude that likes us a lot more than we like them. That's literally it. Okay, I promise you, overnight success.
So
this is how you find bodies in men's closets right here.
That's Shira 7, the Mrs. Sprinkle lady. The reason why I want to deal with her commentary is because she says, hey, listen, you women may be broke today, but you can literally just get a rich man tomorrow, as if it's that easy.
Stop the cap.
No, the hell, it's not easy.
It's not.
I want to show you why. If you look at men in America who earn over $250,000 a year, that's only about 1.3 to 1.5% of all men, all right? If we're talking about black women in general, and we all know that not everybody lives in places like New York, DC, LA, Frisco, or Atlanta, then if you're in any other place outside of these metropolitan areas, and I mean, that doesn't include Chicago, then it's hard for you to even know somebody who makes this kind of money, let alone date somebody.
I happen to live in OC, Los Angeles, so I actually know quite a few people that actually make $1 million a year.
So this whole myth that a woman can go outside and just meet some man that will just take care of all their bills is completely stupid. This is one of the reasons out there that women who are trying to provide for themselves are having a tough time, okay? And unfortunately for the lady who's a full-time creator, she seems to be trying to do this all on her own. But some women out there would love for a man to pay for their things. But the problem is this.
See, that's another thing. I'm about to start screening bitches. Like, if you on Section 8 or if you got anything going on with you going through like a bankruptcy or crisis or something, somebody just died in the family and you need to make up the money, the difference to for the funeral, leave me alone. Don't come to me. I don't need those problems. Go to your family first. Why is the first instinct to go to a nigga that you don't really know like that?
Right?
Guys, I hate to say this.
Because they're broke, dusty, musty crusties.
As a guy who has been tricking all of his life and refuses to stop.
I mean, I gotta admit, O'Shay, like I'm like proud of you for like being proud that you admit these things. Like, who cares if you do trick or not? Like, it doesn't affect other people. So
I'm agreeing with the damn comedian.
What?
I'm sorry. I know a lot of black men are tired of meeting chicks and they come with just so many problems. Of course, it isn't all of y'all, but I mean, you come with hella issues. Automatically, you want somebody to start spending on you like that. And it's like, I don't even know you. But on the other hand, you're independent. You can pay for your stuff. You got everything popping, right? And other guys are calling it out.
Only women expect for you to get their hair, nails, and feet done. Only women or broke women or women who have been dealing with simpish men who don't require much expect for you to get their feet, their nails, and their hair done. A man should never be providing any maintenance money for a woman, first of all, that is not his woman, but for a woman, period. Because a part of being a woman is keeping up with
yourself.
your nails. A part of being a grown woman is keeping up with your feet and keeping up with your hair and keeping up with your eyebrows.
Shout out to the brother I Am Truth. You know, I really like his content. And he brings up another point. Like, you're a woman, you want a man to be with you. You should be already providing these things for yourself. And then I'm supposed to be providing for this stuff. And I'm not even getting the cheeks.
Damn.
Now, the issue is this. While so many women are struggling, you have men who do not want to be bothered with women who are struggling. And one of the reasons why is because a lot of men feel that they're not getting anything out of it. So why are you bringing your problems to me? Like, no, you should go and take your problems to somebody else because you were fine before you met me. And you're probably dealing with a dude anyway who's over there clapping at a lesser rate. So why don't you just get all the money from him? Why are you asking me for the money? And
because he's a broke, dusty, musty, crusty.
This leaves a lot of women in even a more precarious situation. But then what I started to hear was even more troubling.
But here's the pathology. When black men see black women struggle, it validates their own perceived strength. If we're exhausted, it means they are needed. If we're overworked, it justifies their underperformance. The struggle of black women provides cover for black men's lack of accountability. When our hands are full, they never have to reach for more.
So this lady is saying something that I feel like is really ridiculous. Like, black women are struggling and black men take some level of pride in seeing.
I wouldn't say they take pride, but they do laugh
in black women struggling. Let me just kind of address this because you do have some brothers out there who might make fun of it or chuckle. But again, a lot of this is animosity that's come over the years because, you know, black women been telling black men, you don't need no man, you're independent, you can do bad all by yourself. And so now that you're doing bad all by yourself, or at least some of you guys are doing bad all by yourself, of course, you know, you're going to get some get back, right? And some of the black men out there are going to make fun of that only because black women were saying that they were the most educated, they were the most successful. At best, I believe it's jargon because a lot of black men who love the black community, I mean, you don't want to see women in your community struggling. You know, some brothers may not care because of, you know, how they've been treated. But again, a lot of these women who are suffering are your mothers who don't have a husband, your aunties who don't have a husband, your sisters who don't have a husband. And see, when their SNAP benefits get cut off, then who are the people that they call on? They call on the people who actually have jobs and don't have kids. Black men. And that's something that a lot of black women don't want to talk about. No, we don't like to see y'all struggling. And one of the reasons why we don't like to see you struggling is because we don't want to be giving certain people money that we feel like y'all ain't never gonna pay back. We gonna be real. Anybody in my family that ever reach out and they need help and they're a female or just family in general, once you go ahead and hit that Cash App send or you go out there and hit that Zelle or give them cash, that money is gone.
You ain't lying.
And it is never coming back. And they don't care how we got it. They don't care as a man how hard we had to work to obtain it. The reality is, no, we're not happy that you're struggling. We might make fun of you, but we're not happy about it because number one, it hurts your friends or family. And if they're men, it sucks because that's money that we could be out there doing for ourselves. And a lot of sisters in the community, whether it be your mom or whoever else, will make you feel bad about not helping them. I want to go back to the full-time creator who was seeing a shock in her income. And this is something that I've noticed professionally. This woman, if I looked at her TikTok, she is doing, I would say, basic edits. Something is wrong with it. And you know, she is getting to where she is, but I don't really see a whole bunch of like investment into what she's doing to scale up what she's doing. And so the reality is when she had a lot of money and when she was doing very well, I think that she was not spending the money in trying to improve her business, trying to improve, you know, coaching or, you know, getting better on YouTube or getting.
I mean, it's true. You guys spend money on business. Like all these action figures back here, they ain't cheap. I ordered the King Kong, by the way. He will be here in the next few days, so I will have to do a new intro with King Kong in it.
Better on TikTok. What she probably was doing was just spending the money on the things she wanted, and then it came a time where this dip happened, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I feel broke. So it's not that women don't have opportunities in business or in the private sector, but I think that, you know, once they get things going and kind of rolling, in comparisons to men, I think they kind of may have a tendency, especially in this industry, to be, you know, like kind of coast and kind of enjoying their time, enjoying their money. While men, on average, probably are going to, you know, try to go out and get more and trying to invest and get more. And so that's one of the hurdles that women are going to have to adjust to in this economy because you do have AI. It is competitive. And when you are on, you kind of got to reinvest, right? Because you don't have that man. Now, here's the kicker. If you did have a man, it would be easier.
He's right, you know.
And we are still living in a time where relationships do matter because we live in a world that's not all AI. And we live in a time where these relationships don't really matter a whole lot anymore. But in all actuality, it does. Like I told you guys.
I feel like they matter even more now. Just people think they don't matter.
Guys, man, I've been living on the continent of Africa, you know, for the last 3 years. And over here, especially those of us who are from the diaspora, living in the community, we really have to help each other a lot because we don't have any other recourse. And when you're in America, you kind of think that, like, I don't really need anybody else. I just need myself. And largely that can be true. But once you come to a foreign country and you have to basically depend, you know, on other people to help you, you really start to understand how important community is. And so when you see the messaging going on to women, which is they can do things by themselves and they don't need a man and they can handle the world on their own, the reality is men nor women can handle the world on their own. And when times come, especially if you have kids involved and, you know, women don't have that support system, this is what happens. And so a lot of that so-called roasting that the one lady was talking about as far as black men being happy about black women's failures, it is more like, I told you so.
Yeah.
So ultimately, these things are going to continue to happen, especially with the administration that we have. So people are going to have to rethink a lot of things, especially how it relates to relationships and being inside communities and adding value to other things outside of what you or I want.
I mean, this is what I always say. Be a good man, a man of means, a man of value, to yourself, a value to the people around you, the value to your family, to your community. This is how you become a great person.
Going to have to seriously consider what each other in the community wants. We are going to go back to the old school, I think, very soon. I know you've all heard the saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And so what's going to happen is all of these issues that are happening right now in America and across the world, it's literally going to force black people to have to add value to the community that they want to be a part of in order to get money, in order to get safety. If not, a lot of people are going to continue to suffer. So, God,
I mean, I can 100% agree with this, because if you can look at the Black community and look at the Asian community and how tight knit the Asian community are with helping each other, especially the Cambodian community. When it comes to the donut shop community, everybody that owns donut shops, we all know each other. We all help each other when we find certain things. Like, oh, this is how I save money. Let me call my friend over here and tell him, oh, I save money doing this way with my business and things like that. And I don't think that happens very often in the Black community. So I 100% agree with Oshay on that one. It's funny when Oshay mentioned the EBT thing. I was like, wait, why does EBT affect women getting their nails done? I was like, oh, right, because now they have to spend actual paper money, real money that they might have earned or whatever, to buy food instead, right? Totally makes sense. But again, I talked about how women are just going into these fields because it's a women-centric field and women love getting their nails done and stuff, but people are broke. Why are you going into a field that is a luxury field and we're in a horrible economy right now? Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.